Steve, I know you said a winning start isn't everything, but how much does that help you build into the rest of the season now?
Well, it helps you for the next week. I don't know if it helps you build into the season. It's just so much hype is made of the first game. So, we're pleased with our start. When you look back at it, I was actually more pleased when I looked back at it than the actual game itself. For different reasons. I thought we did very well in terms of our organisation. I thought the shape of our team was good. I think we will improve on our passing, our pausing, our accelerations from that point. And I just genuinely think our rhythm will get better with time.
And as a manager who motivates, but as a coach who coaches, how pleasing is that you can see those processes being put into place by the players and still room for improvement?
Well, yeah, I mean, the coaching bit is the point there, really, isn't it? It's not about motivating them. Not yet, I don't think. But from the coaching points, I see, even in mistakes, I see what they were trying to do last week. So that was quite pleasing. But sometimes the execution of that, like I just said, that pass, that pause, that acceleration of the moment, and the general rhythm in us just wasn't, well, it's understandable. It's the first game of the season. That team had probably not played together before. So I think, considering it was the first game of the season, and bear in mind it was against a tough opponent in Rotherham, I think they will be up there this year.
So off the basis or off the back of that, how useful is a full week's training then to get the players back out on the field and sort of keep working with them?
Yeah, I mean, we've done our first bit of prep today for Swindon. Monday and Tuesday was probably, I would call, a little bit more generic days, because obviously on a Monday you're on your second day recovery, so you've got to make sure that you work the other boys that have not had 90 minutes, so you've got to do a fair bit of work with them, and then on Tuesday you've got to amalgamate them all back together again so as they can all do the same amounts on the physical data, the numbers that we're looking at for that particular day on a Tuesday. And today is, a little bit, well, it starts off classroom work, and then it will go into what we see and hear, what we present, we'll then go out and work on a pitch. And today's been a good day. So tomorrow could be just as good, and Saturday's even better.
And when you've got those full weeks, does that benefit the new boys the most? Because obviously you're looking to get them as up to speed as possible, as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I would say that's a fair comment. That I think that when you bring new boys in, the best time that you can give them out there is coaching them on the grass, and then all of a sudden they have to go out and play on a Saturday. So the side's still coming together. It's really, really early days. But really, there were signs last week of things I thought we're going to need those characteristics throughout the season, and some of them were really, really, really pleasing. Other points not so pleasing, but they're the things that I would probably expect not to come together just yet.
Swindon, obviously a short away trip, very early in the season to have a game like this, but I guess you've got to play them at some point, and you've got lots of these fairly short trips this season, haven't you?
I don't know.
Bristol Rovers, Newport, those sort of games.
Well, we had them last year, didn't we? Yeah. So there's nothing new. There's nothing closer that's been added. But yeah, I mean, local derby, good game, good club. Yeah, it's a good game. We'll be looking forward to it. I'll be looking forward to seeing Ollie as well. I get on well with Ollie, so. He's done a great job down there, and I'll be looking forward to seeing him as well on Saturday.
Two most experienced managers in League Two. Does that make any difference when you're sort of pitting your wits against their teams, that you kind of know he knows as many tricks as you do?
Probably not really. I think what you'll do is you'll prepare your team. I don't know when will name his. I name mine as, if I can, I name it on a Thursday. So I've got a couple of days of working with them. I then probably evaluate at night, this afternoon and tonight, how do I think today's training went. If there's anything I think I need to revisit because it wasn't quite as good as what I would have liked it to have been, then I will revisit it just to freshen the players up. There's nothing today that I look at and I think I need to revisit that. I thought they were good today. So, you know, you can only prepare your own team. You can't, you know, Ollie can't prepare mine and I can't prepare his. So you try and prepare your team as best you can. And then it's down to the lads when they cross the white line, you know, can they execute the plan? Can they play well on that God-given day? So yeah, you know, they've got a good team. I think there'll be some changes in their starting lineup this week. We have to potentially think as well there could be a formation change. They may decide to do that with the players that are now available to them again. But we've gone through 2 scenarios this morning and we'll finish that off tomorrow.
Because I guess when they've had the injury problems they have, and as you say, players coming back, you've got to sort of second guess, which makes sense to have plans A and B, doesn't it?
Well, it was quite good really that Rotherham changed on us last week because, you know, they'd gone and played with a back 4 throughout pre-season and then changed to a back 3 last week, you know, right on kick-off. We knew that. So it's funny really because last year's team would have known how to switch straight away because we would have done so much work against the back 4 and against the back 3, whereas this team took probably 20 minutes to get into it. And whilst I'm not a fan of them, the water break last week was quite good timing for us.
And that, in a way, is sort of the evolution of the game, isn't it? It's a rarity being able to have that luxury, except possibly you'll have done it, I guess, a few times in pre-season matches maybe over the years.
Yeah, I don't think that's evolution of the game. I think that's more about advertising in the World Cup and money. I don't think players need a water break. Do I think it's a good idea in pre-season when it's really, really hot? Yeah, of course, why not? We won't be having any water breaks in about 2 months' time because there'll be enough water around in 2 months' time. So I can't see that one lasting. And I think the World Cup, you know, we've had some water breaks after 20 odd minutes in air-conditioned stadiums. Not really sure about that. It was a bit of a gimmick, wasn't it? But everybody caned it anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. Everyone's seen through it. Saved the goalkeeper going down.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Recruitment, you said on Saturday you still probably wanted 2 more, a centre-half and a midfield, but you would be a long way off. Have you started that process now of sort of the hunt for 2 more?
Well, I've probably already got 2 names. I just need to find out what happens with those 2 names. And what I mean by that is that's going to come nearer the back end of the window. So I didn't really anticipate anything happening this week. I think that those players or the managers are perhaps biding their time a little bit, which is fine. We're okay with that. And like I said, we've done all right, and we haven't rushed into anything. We haven't done anything in a panic mode. We haven't done anything blind, and I'm really happy with the group of lads we got. I think we got a great group of lads.
And that process, presumably, because now the season started and the window's still got a little bit of time to go, that's what's going to push things back, is it?
In terms of?
Because if you're looking to get loans in, for instance, clubs won't let them go out while they're still sort of hoping not to get any injuries before they let players go out.
Well, the other thing is as well, like the player might not want to go out yet because he might think he gets a chance back in his first team. So you almost have to let them live with that and find out where they are if they're going to be in the manager's plans, you know, and if they've not been in the manager's plans last weekend and they're not in this weekend, they haven't got much more time before they go out and they want to play football. So we'll just see how we go with that. And we need to also just, we're tight with our money now in terms of how we disperse it. So there's got to be a fair bit of thought put into that as well.
Injuries, how much more do you know? Can you tell us on Sean McWilliams' groin, first of all, and obviously George Miller's thigh?
Yeah, so George Miller's thigh is a little bit worse than Sean McWilliams' groin. They've both been back out on the grass. It's whether or not, well, one definitely won't be available for this week, and it just might be a touch too early for the other one. So make what you will of that. But that's probably, I would say, the best synopsis I can give you on those two lads without naming those two lads to which is which.
Thanks, Steve. Good luck.
You're welcome.